Hello there, hi, good evening. It's Anno bringing you a review of the FTSE 100 for trading session Tuesday, the 1st of December 2020. Yes, indeed, December is certainly upon us. Okay, so in terms of the FTSE 100, we got that flush, as I explained yesterday in my weekend analysis, that the FTSE certainly would get that flush, and certainly has occurred. Okay, in terms of the actual content being brought to you, please be sure to visit www.market-analysis.com, where I post my videos, and also obviously YouTube is probably the earliest source for the videos to be uploaded, and also visit my Twitter handle as well for the daily shall we say commentary on the markets. It's not just the FTSE that I trade the Euro stocks mainly, the CAC and the DAX now and again. Also trade the Euro, the Aussie and the Kiwi are my main go-to indices versus the dollar predominantly, also USD JPY now and again. And in terms of the US markets, it's mainly the S&P and the Nasdaq. Now I will start to do US market analysis videos as well shortly, on a maybe not on a daily basis, but I'll try and do 2-3 videos a week. Mainly the weekend one will be the primary focus, but I'll certainly start to obviously commence that as well. Okay, so let's just quickly give you a review of the FTSE. So mainly the FTSE 100 was led by the sell-off in BP. I did highlight this over the weekend as well. Yesterday's video, BP certainly would dictate the move on the downside. Obviously it's oversold, and I will be looking to buy BP again around the 210, probably 200 zone. But nevertheless, OPEC news was the real reason why the FTSE 100 certainly came under pressure. Also the other additional obviously variables, you've got Topshop going under, so again bode well for the retail sector. Okay, in terms of the revolt as well with regards to COVID, Mr. Johnson certainly doing a U-turn there, and I think the Labour Party abstained in the vote, so they have to own the actual mess regarding the tier system. That doesn't bode well. Also stating that there may not be as much of a movement in terms of the tier system, i.e. a lot of obviously majority of individuals are in the tier 2, tier 3, and that will remain. Okay, Brexit, certainly some positive news coming out on Brexit, but whether or not that's bullish or bearish is something certainly for you to consider. Okay, given the fact that sterling starts to rally whenever positive Brexit news comes out, and also Mr. Haldane obviously arguing the fact that vaccine plus stimulus is indicating inflation higher. Inflation higher means a more hawkish BOE, and obviously global central banks as well, which again is interpreted as being negative. Okay, nevertheless, let's have a look at the FTSE 100 now. I did highlight to you obviously FTSE 250 was at resistance, and I also highlighted the fact that FTSE 350 was at resistance, and therefore the FTSE 100 should technically be at resistance, and that's exactly what's occurred. On the weekly chart, you've got that bearish engulfing candle, obviously after the doji candle, potential spinning top there. Daily chart, you've had three attempts at a potential bull flag playing out and testing that key resistance at 6540. That certainly didn't occur. Obviously a failure here, signal a motive sell-off. Now how far will your sell-off go? On a retracement phase, I mean your key resistance was here, and obviously we're testing that now. If we fail to hold is a zone here, then you are looking at a continuous flush down on the FTSE down to 6130, potentially 6030 as well. So watch out for those two areas on the downside. In terms of the 60-minute chart, I did indicate to you that there's a H&S formation pattern in play, and you are looking for a potential flush lower, and that's exactly what's occurring right now. Target you're looking at is around 6180 on the downside, and let's see if that obviously occurs. Now in terms of the positive news, obviously we had results from Moderna as well. US equities certainly is very, very bullish going into the month end. Obviously the FTSE bearish going into the month end. A lot of profit taking certainly happening on the last day of the month in terms of November. Okay, so again a lot of traders booking profits, but for now, like I said, H&S formation in play. In terms of a retracement, I'll be very surprised given today's bearish candle. Now the upper body here was around 6340. Provided we remain below 6340, the bears are in control. That's my interpretation of the FTSE 100 now going forward. Let's just have a look here. Okay, provided we remain 6340, that bearish candle remains in control. Obviously if we do short squeeze back higher again, given the fact that this market is obviously obsessed with the obviously stimulus play, the actual QE play, fiscal stimulus and obviously the vaccine euphoria. If we do short squeeze higher than 6,380 and 6,400 are your two zones to potentially short. From my perspective, I'll certainly be looking for the downside and certainly looking to potentially short strength or even buy weakness if obviously the market does obviously overdo it on the downside. Either way, day traders, we can take either position. We don't need to obviously subscribe to just a one bias. Okay, in terms of the 10-minute chart, let's have a look here. Now, obviously, you had this pattern here of lower high, and for now, it's lower highs and lower lows. Okay, we actually failed to hold these key support zones here. Okay, in terms of the level at 6,330, 6,310, and even 6,300 certainly melted as well. If we do continue lower, then there is the key support seen at 6,290. So watch out for that potential support, 6,290. On the downside, any retracement now will potentially have obviously resistance at 6,300, 6,310, and obviously 6,330, and we've got resistance here at 6,340, which indicates the daily bearish candle. Okay, so I hope that's a good insight for you. Wish you the best for the trading session for Tuesday. Goodbye now.